So what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm actually going to be punching some holes in this harness. This one, the shaft loops are pretty low on it. You've got a pretty good distance from the starting point here all the way down the billet. And the cart that belongs to this horse, the shaft loops angle upwards, or the shafts angle upwards, which puts these shaft loops too low so the cart ends up tilting forward. So we're going to add another hole or two. So we're going to first take off our shaft loop. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fold this over on itself. So we're going to fold it so I can hopefully line up the hole there and line up this hole here. I've just got a white charcoal pencil here. You can also use a grease pencil, tailor's pencil, whatever. But get that there. Oh, I need to do that a little bit stronger. We're going to mark where our hole goes. This one is not marking as nicely as the other one, but so the point of this is that I'm folding it over, so I'm lining up the holes so I get the same distance on both, so I'm not just guessing where it's going. Makes for a much tidier appearance. So the next step is we have a leather punch here. Now, leather punches don't exactly work well on synthetic materials, but we're going to remedy that by also heat sealing the holes. So we're going to select, this is a little rotary device. We've got multiple sizes here. I'm going to, in this case, select the biggest one so it mostly matches the size of this hole. We're going to find our spot here. Now you can also do this, I've got my little marking here, or you can again fold this over, line it up, and what you do is you get your hole punch, you line it up with that hole, and you don't have to go all the way through, you can just make an impression, and then that leaves, if you can see it in the light, that leaves a little circle impression, and that tells you where you can finish punching your hole. So we're gonna line that back up. Takes a little hand strength. Wiggle it. Pop it out. So I'm not sure if you can see it at this distance, but you see the little white stuff in here. This is, it's got leather backing on it, and then the top, I believe, is a beta material. So it's a synthetic material. It's got nylon on the inside and then a rubberized coating on the outside. The bottom of it, because it's leather, you can see there's a little bit of stretching here, but it's also, because of the synthetic fibers on the inside, you can get fraying. So in order to prevent that from continuing to fray, we're actually going to heat seal the hole. Now this hole is not, I don't think it's big enough for this buckle. Yep, you see that? I can't push my prong through. So we're going to have to do a little bit of creative hole punching here. We're going to just get a little bit more to the side of it. And just make this hole a little bigger. And at that point, the prong can go through. So now we're going to heat seal the holes. And what I'm using for that is a candle, a really big nail, and to keep me from burning my hands, a pair of pliers. So it's really important to heat seal these holes after you do them. And I can see even this one probably needs to be redone a little bit just to prevent extra wear. So the interior of this is webbing. And when you cut the webbing, you run the risk of it fraying and continuing to lose its integrity. And so we need to heat seal this so we maintain the integrity of our holes. Need to get that hotter. You can use specific tools for this. If you've got, let's say, a soldering iron, something that gets hot, you can use that. But this is kind of the every man, poor man's way of doing it. Just heat up a nail and let it do the job. Heat it up some more. And you basically do this until you don't notice any loose fibers sticking out. You're just kind of melting them back together. So you can also just get the nail hot enough and drive it through, but I find that the hole punch does a little neater job of it. See how that goes on there. I may make that just a little bit wider. So we'll go back to the hole punch. Just pick out a little bit more, and then that'll require me to do some more heat sealing here, but not a big deal. And then we just rinse and repeat that 2 more times, or 3 more times. So we've got a nice, good seal on it. And we're ready to go. Ta-da! And that should get us high enough for his cart.